Yeah, I'd like to talk to you just a few minutes about the relationship between church and state. I said relationship. I didn't say separation. I picked that word deliberately. If you read the First Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, it doesn't say anything about the separation of church and state. What it says literally, verbatim, is Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. That's what it literally says. I want to share with you the words of John Adams. For those of you that aren't as interested in history as I was, John Adams signed the Declaration of Independence. He was our first vice president. He was our second president. He wrote the Massachusetts state constitution. He should know what he was talking about. John Adams said, our Constitution was designed for a moral and religious people. It is wholly inadequate to govern any other. Now, why do you think Adams would say that? I'm confident I have the answer, and I'd like to share it with you this morning. You know, there are two ways that you can think about self-government. The more common way is, we the people of the United States govern ourselves collectively in accordance with the U.S. Constitution. But that's not what Adams was talking about. Adams was talking about we the people of the United States govern ourselves individually in accordance with the Judeo-Christian tradition. See, Adams understood the nature of liberty. He understood that a people that are to be given maximum liberty must take maximum responsibility. They have to do the right thing because it's the right thing to do, not because it's against the law to do otherwise. What you have witnessed here in the last few days on subprime mortgages and our failures in our economic system are not failures. They're not legal failures. They're moral failures. If you conduct capitalism in a moral vacuum, it's little more than organized crime. You know, our state needs the church. Amen. Amen. Will Rogers once said, people who complain about the quality of their politicians need to understand, you can't dip clear water out of a muddy stream. Right. It is the function of the church to make sure the water is running clear. Amen. Because we not only dip politicians out of that stream, we dip our educators. We dip our school principals. In fact, everybody in any position of responsibility or authority in our society is dipped out of that common stream. The state needs the church. The church depends on the state to defend its right to exist. Just one other thing I want to share with you. In Islam, Sharia law is the law of the land, religious law. In the Muslim faith, the church is the state. There is no separation. They are one and the same. In the communist state, your whole allegiance, your faith, is to be placed in the state. They don't want any competing loyalties with the church. So the state becomes the church. In our system, indeed, the church and state are separate, but they're codependent. They depend on one another. Our church doesn't have a court system. It doesn't have any police or an army. Our church depends on our state to defend its right to exist. It's written right in the Constitution. On the other hand, our state depends on our church for the moral training of our citizens. As Adam said, our Constitution was designed for a moral and religious people. It is wholly inadequate to govern any other. The people on the left that are trying to run God out of the classroom, the courtroom, the boardroom, and every place that they can find it in the public square are eating away at the foundation of the United States. That's right. And you better stand up and speak up, and when it's time to vote, you better show up, or we're in serious trouble. That's right. God bless you all. I appreciate it.